the Superman house. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. He does his hair tucked by the ear, Wayne Campbell thing. All right, so Wayne wins.
Wayne had his own TV show. So
he did.
Yeah, but that
That's
don't
true.
count. Anybody can have a TV show.
Okay, number 16.
Commandment number 16, thou must learn how to do the Vulcan hand gesture, whether thou like Star Trek or not. Everybody's doing it. Yeah, everybody's got it up. Everybody's got it. How about you, the girls? You got it? D?
Yeah, I got it in both hands.
All right.
Both hands, yep.
Both hands.
I learned it before I knew what Star Trek was.
There you go. See? Becca is starting to climb up the nerd realms there. Commandment number 17. Thou shall be required to attend at least one nerd convention, and in parentheses, video games, anime, comics, etc., to qualify that. So during thy lifetime, you are required to at least attend one convention.
Or run one.
So Tanya D and I have got that covered. Sybil helps there. So yeah, I think that everybody on the panel today, we've all at least been to one or have run one.
I used to do one a week.
Yeah.
No, one a month.
One a month?
I used to go to a con a month. That was a lot.
That was a lot. That is a lot of travel. Now you don't have to travel so much because you got one right here in Rochester. Ha! That was a plug.
Still go.
At the Rochester Riverside Convention Center on May
20th and 21st. Like us on Facebook.
It'd still be like, oh, okay, it's done. Well, what's next month?
Yeah.
I'd go to another one next. I'd go every month except for, I don't think there's any month I didn't go to a convention.
So that's cool to have that ability to be able to do that, too.
They're all around. You just got to drive.
Where am I here? All right.
17.
17.
No, 18.
18?
Yeah, we
18.
just did 17.
There shall be no viewing of fan subs by any self-described otaku anime fan who can afford to purchase the said material. The only exception being viewing at conventions or titles that have no chance of ever being released stateside.
That one I don't understand.
I don't understand that one. Let me read that again because I don't even understand it. There shall be no viewing of fan subs. Are they like fan films of anime and stuff like that?
No. There's just you like take Star Blazers, the movie.
Yeah.
And you fan sub. It's not in It's not in English. And fan subtitle it.
Oh, so the fans do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fan subtitles.
All right.
Got it.
So there should be no viewing of fan subs by any self-described otaku/anime fan who can afford to purchase the said material. So if I could afford to buy Star Blazers, to use this analogy any further, with the proper subtitling, then I should not be, viewing fan subs. Okay.
Except for some of it isn't out that you can buy unless you can get to Japan or get it sent to you from Japan.
I know there's people who are that into it, so I won't fault them. I know that's not my bag, but I won't. There's a ton of people out there who are into it. So, all right. Commandment 19. All nerds, when purchasing something in a store, must never pick up the first item in front, because the item in front has most certainly been touched by unclean hands, and thus its condition is less mint. The grade must be pleasing to the nerd gods.
You know what? I actually go further back and like...
Just don't grab the first one.
I would do that even with not nerd stuff. When you go buy a newspaper, you always grab the second or third one in.
Yeah, I've done that. I can see that. I can do that. Even at the store, you go for the milk.
Well, you go buy the milk by the latest date. You keep looking.
Yeah, go further back. All right. And Commandment 20, which is apparently the winner of the contest. Thou must obey the law of the golden mean, which I have. What is that? Glad you asked. Anything that can be purchased, achieved, or obtained that consists of a discrete number of individual parts. This one's for you, Billy, now that I'm reading into this.
This one's actually a math term.
I was about to say, this sounds
is definitely math.
Wherever it's going, it does sound
anything
like
that consists of
math.
a discrete number of individual parts, issues, episodes, or locations, such as issues of a comic book, trading cards in a set, or action figures in a line, is subject to the law of the golden mean. Any nerd in possession of more than 61.8% of the individual items in the series must, if at all possible, either proceed to acquire each of the remaining items as to complete the set, or sell one or more items on eBay until the nerd again owns less than 61.8% of the total series. If the items owned make up a complete set of a more specific series, the law is satisfied.
It's so funny you mentioned this because just in the last week or so, I've always been a fan. In the 70s, DC and Marvel both put out what they called treasury editions. They're about tabloid-sized comics, about 10 by 13, I think they were. And over the years, I used to have a
They're
bunch
about
of
this size.
Yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of them when I was a kid, and then I don't anymore. But I started picking them up again. If I saw them at a store or at a convention, I'd start buying them. And recently, I realized I had about 30 of them. So I go, I wonder how many there are. And if Tanya looks at my screen right now, and I didn't just pull this up, TreasuryComics.com. I was just trying to figure out which ones I don't have and which ones I need because I now want to complete my set. Yeah. There's about 100 of them total, and I am now in the process of mentally cataloging which ones I have.
How can you remember and tell?
Because I know the covers very well. So, and I have a printout at home. I actually just printed this page out at home, and I'm still looking and trying to collect all approximately 100 of them.
See, and this is the main reason why I have not started picking up Doctor Who DVDs, because there are just so many of them out there that I know that if I get one, I'm going to want another, I'm going to want the rest, and I'm going to want to keep collecting, and I'm going to end up being freaking broke.
So did you see this example? It says Peter owns seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Babylon 5 on DVD. He owns 4 of 5 of the Babylon 5 on DVD, so he must purchase season 5 to complete the set, even though it kind of sucked. That's
I've done that with 24. I've got all the seasons of 24, even though there's some I don't like.
I have all the seasons of Andromeda, and then we have all the seasons of Justified. And I don't have all the seasons of Warehouse 13, but I've watched them all.
I have all the seasons of Charmed. Please don't ask me why.
So do I, but I record them off of. I recorded them on the DVD. I didn't buy them.
Sybil, how about you? Do you have
Netflix.
anything that you've thought about collecting or have started collecting and you realize that you haven't gotten everything you wanted yet?
Pokemon?
Well, yes, Pokemon. No, I collect different things. Like I collect shot glasses of one from each state.
Right.
So, but I have a rule that I don't get the shot glass until I've actually visited the state.
Okay, well that works. So if I go somewhere you haven't been and I bring it back, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count because I have to physically be in that state when I buy it.
Okay.
So it's like we have shot glasses from the Hard Rock Cafes,
right,
from whatever cities we've been in. We've got a couple from San Francisco. We haven't been in it, but we've had friends that have been there and things like that. But I think I've got like 2 or 3 from Pittsburgh.
Speaking of Pittsburgh, Deanna, do you have anything? How about you? Any collections that you were like, oh, I've got gaps in this, I got to do something about?
She's got gaps.
Don't have any gaps.
Dale Jr.
For
stuff.
me, it's the Star Wars. I mean, as much as I didn't care for movies 1, 2, and 3, I had to have them because I had 4, 5, and 6.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's different.
I went
now,
and
do you have
got
7
the
yet?
Force Awakens. When Rogue One comes out, I'll go get that. You just want them.
And I'm going to plan on doing that myself, and I'm going to be putting them in the machete order on my shelf, which means one is going to be sitting in a
dumpster,
sitting in a dumpster somewhere.
Hidden behind
How about you,
everything.
Becca? Do you got any collections that you've been?
I could say the Rick Riordan books.
And who's that again?
He's the one who wrote Percy Jackson series.
Okay.
And then on to Heroes of Olympus, Trials of Apollo, et cetera, et cetera. I've got like almost all of his books. There's maybe 3 or 4 I don't have.
So are we?
Books are easy to get.
As a crew here, have we been following the commandments?
I think we've
done a fairly good job of following the commandments.
Yeah.
The only thing with the collection one is like I collect Superman stuff, and there are stuff that I don't buy, but
that's not necessarily going to not fill your collection.
No, because there's too much. But that's about it. I've got a collection of tons of DVDs.
Yeah.
Would the Holy Grail for you, Wayne, be action number 1, obviously? Or is there something else that...
That'd probably be the Holy Grail.
I think it'd be the Holy Grail for a lot of comic book collectors, really. Action number 1, that's Superman's first appearance, right?
Yeah.
Would you sell it or would you keep it, Wayne?
Keep it.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't sell it.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
It's like, why would I sell it?
I'm not a good nerd. I'll take that $2 million.
Because I'd never be able to. I got a Superman lunchbox from the 1954. I got one of those Superman lunchboxes, and it's worth a couple $1,000s. And my sister said, "Why don't you sell it? You can have some money." I said, "Then I'll never be able to buy one, and I'll have some money which I'll spend on other stuff, but then I don't have my lunchbox."
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the lunch, but couple $1,000, I'd keep it.
Yeah,
couple $1,000,000, I'm tempted.
That is tempting. That is a very tempting thing. You know, I can appreciate that.
When I first started collecting, action number 1 was only like $300.
Oh. Wow.
And,
could you imagine that?
Yeah. But I didn't have $300 to buy one.
Yeah, well, $300 in those days was about the equivalent of about $30,000 these days. Inflation, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I think we can wrap this one up. Do anybody have any more comments on these commandments? Are they ridiculous? Is there something we've forgotten? Something we're missing?
No.
No. The dead air is telling me that we're all in good shape.
I think we've covered them all.
We covered them all. We did good today.
We're definitely nerds.
Yeah. And that's what we're going to do is we're going to follow the commandments, and nerdism is our church. That's it.
Yes.
All right. So, for the gang, for Billy, for Tanya, for Becca, for Wayne, for Dee, and for Sybil, this is Chris from the studios WFC3, and this has been Monkey Business. Hey, production of Mighty Monkey Productions, the presenters of the Flower City Comic-Con, coming at you with their second show, May 20th and 21st of 2017 at the Rochester Riverside Convention Center. Follow us on Facebook, like us, love us. Listen to us whenever you get the chance. www.facebook.com/FC3ROC.com. And live long and prosper.
All right, enough of that.
I know. I could listen to that for a while, though. That could be fun.
Oh, wait, we only got about 9 seconds left.
Keep going.
Take it home.
Take it home.